When I was going through all the shoes that I could bring you guys today, I was flicking through the sites, going through social media, on the internet, all the different places I like to go, Sneaker News, Kicks on Fire, Sneaker Bar Detroit, all that kind of stuff, trying to find the right shoe to bring you guys. And this guy showed up on Sneaker News, but without any pictures. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting. But I just loved the idea of the name, Scream Green, and also the fact that it had that little tag of OG on the side. So I thought, you know what, I'm definitely going to be having a look at that shoe, especially because of these guys right here. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you'll know that these were a gift from a viewer, and we're going to be talking about how these guys, this gift from the viewer, compares to I'm laughing for a reason, to these Scream Greens. And what I'm worried about is I never know how a shoe will show up on the green screen. You never know if the green screen is going to work out. Now these, and you probably can't tell, are a green suede, so I'm guessing they look terrible on the green screen, but I'm still going to talk about the comparison between these guys and today's shoe, but also tell you about why today this shoe, looking at this shoe and deciding whether to take it on or not, was a roller coaster of a ride for me. I was up, I was down, I was up, I was down. Why did that happen? Let's find out today as we take a close-up look at the upcoming release of the Nike Air Huarache Scream Green OG. This is the Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker Channel days.毎日はabsolute no day. 毎日見てください. Every single day from Tokyo, Japan. I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today, what we have in the spotlight is a Nike Huarache. Now, I pronounce it Huarache. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, or if the way that it's pronounced in Japan is different from overseas, feel free to shoot me up with a comment down below. I've been out here for 21 years, so I've lost a bit of touch with how things are going on back home. But what I haven't lost touch with is what's cool and what's awesome, and these shoes are definitely it. Now, I said there was a bit of a roller coaster ride for me, and what I was talking about was when I first saw these, like I said on Sneaker News, I didn't actually see them, all I saw was the title, and I thought, you know what, Scream Green, that must be an absolutely wild shoe. I definitely want to do that. So I scratched around trying to find actual pictures of them, which I'm sure are behind me here on the green screen, and I was seriously let down when I saw them. I was expecting the green to dominate, but the green does not dominate this shoe at all. In fact, the green and the blue are very subdued against the white. It's a predominantly white shoe, so I felt totally let down by that. But then I looked into the materials, I looked into the placement of the colouring on these guys, and I compared it to my shoe I've got in hand right here, and I thought, you know what, there's a lot in that, so I'm definitely up, on the up, and I'm definitely bringing that to you guys. So that's why it's a bit of a roller coaster bringing this one to you guys and deciding to do that. And I will tell you though, you know, in terms of these guys, so Piper down. If anyone's seen So I Married an Axe Murderer, that's a reference to So I Married an Axe Murderer. Piper down. These guys here, these are the only pair of Huarache that I've been able to wear. They're actually the second pair that I've owned, and the other pair that I owned were awful, and I hated them. I really, really hated them. It felt like, ooh, I nearly dropped it. It felt like the midsole was made of like plastic instead of rubber, and they were really uncomfortable to wear. And I tried to wear them in hard enough to soften up the midsole, and it just wasn't for happening. And I ended up just throwing them away. They were a terrible shoe. But then these guys here, one of my viewers, a chap in Belgium, hello, was kind enough to send me actually 3 pairs of shoes because we have similar sizes, a US 12.5 in centimeters, 30.5. And you can see that I rock these guys. I don't know again how they'll be showing up on the green screen, but you can see they've got enough like life in them, you know what I mean? It's not wear and tear, but enough life in them that you know I'm actually wearing these shoes. So there's a couple of details on here that are worth looking at to compare to today's shoe, and hopefully, like I say, this is working out on the green screen. If not, you know, these things happen, we live and learn. So so first things first, what I really want to say about these Scream Greens is they've really got the balance and positioning of colours right. One of the things about this shoe is that they went really brave on where they put the colouring, especially this pink lining, which is reflected on the pink heel right here, and then you've got this olive green suede with a hit of gold on the side, and then black here in that whole neoprene unit. But then if we look at today's shoe, the balance is pretty much there: white, black, green, and blue, but very, very simply placed. So if we look at that neoprene element with the blue round about the sort of lower end of the tongue, round about the quarter line, and then how that runs through into the green on the the midfoot area, and then repeats it up a bit high. You've got more of the hits in those colours. It's a really nice balance to the shoe. Now, one of the distinctive features of the Scream Greens is actually on the back. Now, on these guys, it's sort of a tan rubber support unit that rolls around the back with gold branding on them. But one of the things I really dig about these guys here is that rubber unit is black, but then when you flip it round to the back, the whole back end is replaced in green. It's not just the branding that's in green, but the actual, all of the rubber that makes up that support on the back end of the shoe is in green. And I really thought that was cool. And in fact, it's this view here that hopefully you're looking at, this back end of the shoe, that really got me to take a look at these guys and say, you know what, yes, I am going to talk about that at the channel, because of the way the colors are, the way they balance the neoprene against the leather, against the rubber of the support unit. It all goes well together and works as a one. So for me, very cool, very nice feature. That's probably the main feature looking at the shoe big, but the main feature looking at the shoe small is if you zoom in on the leather, it's surprisingly how high quality premium the leather is on these guys. And again, hopefully it's showing up on the green screen here, and you can see the leathers that wrap around. Like I said, these guys are suede, running around the whole sort of front end of the shoe, but on our shoe today, it's flipped out for leathers and in some case neoprene, and hopefully that leather's showing up here. But you can see the quality, and you see a tumbled leather effect going on there, which gives the white part of the shoe, which is the kind of most boring part of the shoe, a bit of definition to bring it up alongside the black, the green and the blue of the rest of the shoe. So so it really, I was surprised, you know, I was disappointed at my first look at them, but then digging into it deeper and seeing all the different hits, the different positioning of the materials, how the neoprene plays off the leather, I thought it really worked well. A little bit, to be honest, I ended with a little down, a little disappointment with this right here, the outsole. I thought there could be a bit more on there. It's like a black outsole looking through to the white midsole with this tiny hit, I think it is, of the green in there, but they could have done a little bit more on there, I think, to elevate this shoe. But it's a tiny detail. Actually thinking about it, yeah, so the outsole on these guys is in that kind of tan color, so you know, the black outsole but the tan that it looks through to, and I think they could have done a bit more with the bottom end of this shoe, but it's a tiny detail, a small detail. All in all though, it's a great looking shoe. I think it's scheduled for release around about February 19th. Now I'm shooting this video on February the 7th, probably goes up on Wednesday, which will be the 10th, so we're probably about 9 days, a week and a half ahead of the drop date, which is exactly where I want to be positioning my videos, is upcoming sneaker releases. This is what's coming down the line, guys. This is what it looks like. Here are the features to look on it, and then based on all that, you yourself will get to decide, or should decide, whether or not that's a shoe that you want to bring into the collection and then send to me. No? Okay. But you know, the chap in Belgium who sent me these, he sent me two other shoes as well, an Air Force One High and a Jordan 6 Wheat. And those two I haven't actually worn yet. I'm saving them up for a special occasion. But these guys wear them an awful lot. Very comfortable, very much appreciate them. And I'm sure that these Scream Greens will be up there as well. Okay, that's it for today. For the 3 videos that I said I would shoot back to back, getting ahead of the game, hopefully getting the content up there faster, so that I don't seem to be chasing every single day as it comes down the line. So I'm just going to sign off, finish up this video with just another shout out and a thank you to you guys out there. Appreciate you guys checking in all the time. And I'll just say the thing that I say at the end of every single video, which is I do this every single day. And that means you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.
This is the Nate Robinson, also known as the Nate Posit. This is the foam posit light that Nate Robinson wore during the dunk competition. So I'm going to give you guys a close-up on-hand look of this shoe, and I'm sure Doug will have already shown you guys a bunch of pictures of actually Nate wearing the shoe. This was a shoe that for me was pretty difficult to find, to be honest with you. It was difficult to find at a good price. A lot of them, I don't really know why, because not a very sought after colorway, not a very sought after shoe, I should say, in general. You know, there's also one called the Paranorman, which is sort of a similar style to this, in the sense that it's like a foam posit, but just again, you know, they were sought after shoes, but there's only a handful of these designs that collectors go after, and this is one of them. So I'll give you guys a close-up from all angles. You've got the NR there for Nate Robinson, and sort of a shield design here. It's cool. Changes colors as it goes through like this. To this side. So this is a PE game worn by Shoe Butter in the men's beer league finals. Take a look at this one too. I don't think there's any difference. I think they're both the same, but yep, that's the Nate Posit. So I'll pass it back to Doug. So congratulations if you guys got this one right, and we'll be back again in a couple of days with another little game like this. Hope you guys enjoyed.